Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with Burton Albion. We are in to our second season as Burton Albion manager, and I'm here on the history page for two reasons. One, so we can show off our fancy history where in the 2020-2021 season we finished second place in the table, getting promotion back to the championship for the first time since 2017 when the game wasn't actually... So they got relegated before this game started, so they start the game in League One. So we have actually managed to get them into a better team than what they were at the beginning. I'm also on this page to try and hide some of the 16 transfers that have happened. There's a lot of transfers that have happened. First off, two players that have been released. Joe Maguire has gone to Carlisle, and Cale McDonald has gone to Hammond and Waterlooville. These two players, their contract just expired, and lucky for them, they've actually found a club. Three more players have left the club permanently. Callum Watts is the first one. He has gone for a free transfer to Chelmsford. Jamie Crane, who was one of our youth intake in the first season apparently, he has gone for a free transfer to Lincoln. And Willem Tomlinson, the former Blackburn midfielder, has signed for Fleetwood for £45,000, which actually isn't too bad, considering he played 3 games and we got him on a free transfer. Loan deals, there's a lot of them as well. Ben Fox is the first one out. He has gone to Luton. They're paying £1,500 a week for him, so I could not turn that down. He's going to be getting first team football in League One as well, which is something which I think he sorely needs. Don't worry, we've bought plenty of players, so he's not going to be missed. Daniel Aggie, the Ghanaian striker, has gone on loan to Southend for the season. Oliver Turton has gone on loan to Gillingham for the season. Ewan Pollock has gone on loan to Boreham Wood. Oliver Sarkic has gone on loan to Luton and then broke his back. So, he's out for the best part of a month now. Lewis Binks is on loan at Hartlepool for the season. Josh Pask has gone to Notts County. Will Greenidge has joined Ewan Pollock at Boreham Wood. James Brettle has gone to Salford. He's not very good. And Kagosi Nthele has gone to Colchester for the season. So a huge amount of outs then have happened. We've not brought in a lot of money. We've brought in a lot of players, and only one of them we've actually paid for. So, without further ado, let's go for our marquee signing. Simon Moore, the 31-year-old English goalkeeper, was signed from Sheffield United for £200,000. The board bought him. I think it was in February, I just asked the board if they'd sign me Simon Moore. Because I looked at him and went, he's actually going to be a good replacement for Josh Lillis, who's getting on a bit. And they went, okay. So they did it. They £200,000. He's getting paid £5,500 a week, but because we are a championship side now, I don't think that's too much money. The first of 10 free transfers is TAYE ASHBY-HAMMOND. Yes, he was here last season. His contract expired at Fulham, so I thought, you know what? What better opportunity to pick up a sub-goalkeeper than the one we had last year for absolutely free. So, TAYE ASHBY-HAMMOND has joined. Another player who was here last season, who has now joined permanently, is MITCH, the Aston Villa right-back. A free transfer. He's come in on a backup deal. He'll probably play a lot more games than his contract status says. He got 13 games last season. He was actually quite good. Next up is West Ham youngster JAHMAL HECTOR-INGRAM. He's joined free transfer, because there's lots of them. There's 10 of them. He's not as good as I thought he'd be. He's not terrible. He's got some potential. He is 22, though. Only 2-star current ability, 4-star potential. I want to loan him out, but I don't think anyone's going to want to take him. Daniel Batty is a 23-year-old English central midfielder. He is signed from Hull on a free transfer, £2,100 a week, 2.5-star current ability, 4-star potential. I like him. He looks pretty good. He likes to dictate the tempo, tries killer balls often. He is going to be playing probably as that deep-lying playmaker. I don't know whether he's going to be our number one choice, but he's one of the players that has replaced the outgoing Ben Fox, whatever, the Fox guy, the one who should have played more last season. Another player for the future is former Southampton youngster PASCAL KPOHOMOUH. I have no idea. He's just going to get called Pascal. He's signed on a free transfer, £2,000 a week, which is probably far too much money. He's got 4-star potential. I do quite like the look of Pascal. I was trying to say his surname then in my head, and nope, I can't do it. Hopefully he's going to be going out on loan. He is loan listed, and Dagenham, Redbridge and Boreham Wood want him. I should probably get a deal with Boreham Wood set up. Another player to join from Southampton is Trevor CLARKE, 23-year-old Irish winger, starts the game off at Shamrock Rovers, if I'm not mistaken. Trevor CLARKE played against us a couple of times last season, and he was actually quite good. He played for Blackpool last year, 35 games, 5 goals. 3.5-star current ability, 3.5-star potential. I like the look of him. I think he's quite good. We've also pinched a couple of youngsters from big clubs in the Premier League. Lee Brooks was formerly of Manchester City. He's got 5-star potential ability. He came in on a free. They just released him up, like just straight up, get out of the club. He's 18 years old. He's a Welsh central midfielder. I think he has the mental stats to be very good. He's got the physical stats as well to be pretty good. He just needs to learn to be better technically at football. And I think we might be onto a winner with Lee Brooks. Paul Morris is a similar story. He has come in from Chelsea, free transfer, £700 a week. English, all down the middle, centre-back, central midfielder, attacking midfielder, striker. Mentally looks pretty good as well. Got lots of 14s and 13s in there. Technically not the best, so he needs to work on his technical ability. He has pulled his ankle ligaments. His current ability, 2.5-star. Potential is 5-star. He's 6'3". I'm actually training him up to be a central defender because he is 6'3". I think, looking at some of his stats, if he can get better at heading, that's probably one of the better positions for him. We're almost at the end. Next up is Sean Longstaff, formerly of Newcastle. Spent some time on loan at Blackpool and Ipswich by the looks of it. He's joined on a free transfer. 23-year-old central midfielder. He's worth £700,000 now. He's on £6,500 a week, so he's probably one of our highest paid players. But I'd say he's probably one of our best players. 3.5-star current, 4.5-star potential ability. He will be the first name on the team sheet. And finally, one that I'm very proud of, because I don't know how we've managed to pull this one off, is 22-year-old English midfielder CALLUM GRIBBIN. He has signed for Manchester United. He got released, 3-star current ability, 4-star potential. He's only in on a backup contract as well. He's probably going to be playing that attacking midfielder role just behind the striker as well. I think he is an absolute steal for zero money. And now for the loan signings. Jake Vokins, formerly of us at Nottingham Forest, formerly of us at Southampton. He is signed on loan until the end of the season. 3.5-star current ability. He will be our number one left back. He was really good for us at Nottingham Forest when we were there. Hopefully, being a bit older now, he's a little bit better at football. He's going to be even better now for Burton. Josh Okocha is a 19-year-old English central defender on loan from West Ham. 2.5-star current ability. He can probably, he's probably better, I'd say, than what his rating is. I think he's probably one of our best central defenders that we've got, which is worrying. I have loaned a few more as well. Josh Okocha is in until the end of the season. He's only on a rotation contract as well, so he's not going to get annoyed if he doesn't play too many games. Another central defender to join is Harry Soutar, on loan from Stoke. He spent the last 3 years out on loan at Ross County, Salford and Blackpool. So, he doesn't really play for Stoke. He is here for the entire season, a 3-star current, 4.5-star potential. I think he's very, very good. Marking's not the best, but he probably is actually one of our best central defenders. For the final two transfers, we have used our loan club of Chelsea, our feeder club, of Chelsea. Mark Gui has signed. He's a central defender but can also play left and right back. He's not going to be playing left and right back. I'd say he is our best central defender. I know I've said this about the last 3 centre-backs, that they're very good. He is our best central defender. He will be the first name on the team sheet in terms of centre-backs, I think. And finally, Faustino Anjorin has signed from Chelsea as well. 19-year-old attacking midfielder / striker / winger / central midfielder. Can also play a little bit at centre-back, apparently, if we need him. I've brought him to actually play on one of the wings. I don't know what one yet. He's not, he's naturally a shadow striker in the middle, but I think Gribben is probably more suited for that role. So I'm probably going to try and play him out on one of the wings. Maybe, just maybe, might even try him actually as a striker. Although, I think if I go inside forward... Yeah, he's probably inside forward material, isn't he? So that is all of our transfer business. I'm sorry there was a lot, because, that's what happens when you get promoted to a new league. You do need to strengthen. So, a total of 16 players in, 13 players have left through various means, with the majority of them on loan. We've spent £200,000. If we go to our finances, you'll see we've still got money to spend. I don't think we're going to spend it. I'm genuinely thinking if we can kind of just make do with what we've got for now, maybe we can see what's going on in January and then possibly start to maybe invest for the next season. Now, some of the eagle-eyed of you will have noticed that we've already played 2 games in the league, and that is correct, we have. And we've lost one and we've drawn one. We were a lot better than the results have shown. We've also played a game in the Carabao Cup, This is what happened in those games. In the opening match of the season against Hull, we lost 3-1. Hal Robson-Kanu with 2 goals, Noah Dicko with a goal, Joe Sparrow with a goal for us. But look at those stats. 20 shots to their 8, 7 on target to their 4, 57% possession. We probably deserved more than what we got out of this game. I think the penalty probably ruined it for us a little bit. Then our first point of the season at home against Ipswich. We went 1-0 down very late on in the first half. Emir Hughes with a penalty in the 46th minute of the first half. Then Sean Longstaff equalises right near the end of the game in the 84th minute, getting us a valuable and well-earned point. I think we, again, much like the whole game, we were probably the better side in this match. We had a lot more of the ball. We're just not taking our chances just yet. Which also showed in the EFL Cup first round match against Bristol Rovers, a team that notoriously we struggle against. It was a 1-1 draw. Damien McCrory scores a penalty for us. Tariq Holmes-Dennis with the goal for Bristol Rovers. We do win on a penalty shootout thanks to Clarke and Bennett from Bristol Rovers missing both of their penalties. Again, probably the better side, just not taking our chances. So that's caught you up to date with what's going on. We're going to have one match today, and it is up against Nottingham Forest. That's why I stopped here, by the way, is because it is Nottingham Forest. That's going to be the first match of our second season in charge of Burton Albion. Forest currently find themselves in 4th place. Have they actually sold many of the players that I signed? Who have they... I say many. I don't think I signed anyone, did I? Yeah, looking at it, I don't think I'd really signed anyone at all, because basically up that section. So is Ben Tricker still there? He is. He's rubbish. Why is he still there? Jared Thompson isn't there. I mean, he arguably probably should be. He's not too bad. Eric Exposito is out on loan at Racing Santander. And Rucker has signed for Aruka. I actually almost tried to sign Rucker back in the first season at Burton, because they just wanted to get rid of him. He wouldn't drop down a division. A bit more transfer news. We've not quite got to the Nottingham Forest game yet, but Jalen Hankins, the Gibraltarian goalkeeper, has gone on loan to Torquay until the end of the season. It'll be interesting to see if he actually plays any football matches, because so far he hasn't for us at all. And we've drawn Cardiff in the Carabao Cup second round, so that's probably us out of that tournament. It is the day of the Nottingham Forest game, but there is some more transfer news. PASCAL has signed on loan for Boreham Wood until the end of the season. They're paying £800,000 a week for him, so they're paying a huge amount of money for this player. He better be good for them. Tony Pulis is Nottingham Forest, currently 4th place in the table, as I mentioned earlier. They have yet to lose so far, but they've only played 2 games. We have yet to win, and we've only played 2 games. I'm not particularly confident. One thing I did check, actually, just before this match, is on the season preview, we are predicted to finish 23rd. That's right, we're predicted to go down, comfortably go down as well, which is not something I'm looking forward to. Team of, the media prediction Dream 11. None of our players in there. Quite a few Southampton ones. Angus Gunn, Bertrand El-Yunusi, Basogog plays for Southampton. I think DePaul also does. Yep, Rodrigo DePaul does. Probably this man does as well. Yep. And do you play for Southampton? Yes, you do. So yeah, it's basically Southampton should be going up. I think we've got one key player, and it's Faustino Angerin. And Simon Moore. So our goalkeeper and our striker are our 2 key players, which I'm okay with. I'll take that. I forgot to mention, Taylor Richards is here for another year. I extended his loan deal and he was happy to do that. The starting lineup then, we are relying heavily on our loan signings, particularly in defence. In goal is going to be Simon Moore, Jason McCarthy, Harry Souter, Mark Gooey and Jake Vokins are going to be the back 4. Allen and Longstaff are going to be the 2 central midfielders, with Taylor Richards, Callum Gribben and Trevor Clarke as the attacking midfielders, with Faustino Angerin as the striker. I don't know whether that's the right position for him. I said this earlier that I might be making him an inside forward. At the moment, like deep line forward, he's not the best, but he does have some of the stats. Passing's not ideal, but then again, a lot of his technical stats aren't ideal. We're going to try him up front, see if it makes a difference on the bench. We do still have Marvin Sordell. Most of our older players, they're all still here. Like Sbarra is still here. Tom Aldred is still here. Josh Lillis is still here. I don't know how he's still pretty good. For a 34-year-old goalkeeper, he's actually still pretty good. If we can shift him on for that much money, I will take that in a heartbeat. So the Nottingham Forest team then does look reasonably similar to what we used to play with them, actually, isn't it? So O'Malley, no idea who he is. Galloway, I know who he is, but he wasn't there. Hefele and Worrell, Bridcut, Yates, Osborne, Cash, they were all there when I was in charge. Pantilimon obviously was our number 1 goalkeeper at the time, who was sat on the bench. I'm concerned. I'm concerned because I think Nottingham Forest are a much better side than I am. But let's go. Let's see if we can actually get something from this match. I don't know why they haven't fixed this yet. Every single time you load the game up, it defaults all your camera settings to be really far away. Cash with a throw on for Forest. Karim doesn't get the ball. Cash gets it back, crosses in, and Niskens Cabano is at the back post, and we are 1-0 down to Nottingham Forest. It's not started well against our former club. Looking at the match stats, we're going to get battered, aren't we? 4 shots to our 1 already. Cabano with the ball runs through the middle, gets tackled, but Cash picks that up. How has Cash managed to get that? SOUTTAR has managed to get in the way of the shot, though. Right, we're going to have to play a little bit more cautious, I think, because so far Forest are all over us. We've dropped down to 22nd in the table, probably where we're going to stay for the majority of the season. Half-time, then, we are getting battered. We've not even had a single highlight for us. I'm just going to get the assistants. Who looked switched off? Jake Vokins. Not switched off, he lost confidence. Okay, do we do any changes? Attacking-wise, we're not playing well. Defensively, we're just not playing well. I'm thinking I might just accept the fact that we're going to lose this game and hopefully move on to someone slightly easier and try and pick up some points. Osborne with a corner for Forest. Worrell's there. Galloway's there. It's a penalty. Really? We've given away a penalty in literally every single game we've played, and that is not a joke. Who is stepping up to take it? It is number 10. It is Karim up against Simon Moore, and Simon Moore makes a save, and Taylor Richards can get it clear. We have saved a penalty. Bristol City is 6-0 up against Barnsley. Right, subs time. Angerin for Sordell is going to have to happen. I'm thinking Vokins as well for Mitch. Oh, not Mitch, Clarke. Gooey for Aldred. Gooey's been booked, and I'm concerned that he's going to get himself sent off. Same with Vokins, really. Cash with the throw on. Aldred gets the ball. His first touches of the game. Stands around, does a little spin. Vokins back to Tom Aldred. Tom, smash it upfield. Jamie Allen. Trevor Clarke. Marvin Sordell. Back to Jamie Allen. Spreads it across to Taylor Richards. Chests it down. He's got Jason McCarthy making a run. Allen gets the ball. Does find Jason McCarthy with loads and loads of space. If he can cross it in, he gets tackled by Brendan Galloway. And the counter-attack for Nottingham Forest is on. Cabano running down the left-hand side. He's picked up an injury. It doesn't matter. He keeps going. Crosses in. And Karim is there. It is 2-0 to Nottingham Forest. Our first real sniff of a highlight ends up in a Nottingham Forest goal. This is probably the first game of the season where we've deserved the result that seems to be coming our way. Every other game, we've probably been the better side. CALLUM GRIBBIN is going to have to come off for Joe Sparrow. That is all we're going to do. No, actually, no. Why can't I? Fine, whatever. Now we'll do it. Right, we're going to go more narrow. Clarke can't actually play there, but I'm sure he'll be fine because I don't have any more subs. Moore with a goal kick to Tom Aldred. Aldred's got Vokins in front of him. Does use Vokins. Clarke now, who's going to be hopefully playing a little bit narrower. In the middle to Taylor Richards. Longstaff. Back to Trevor Clarke. Clarke back to Jamie Allen. Are we going to get something from this? Richards. Allen again. Allen back to Taylor Richards. We're passing it, not going anywhere. Trevor Clarke. Number 3. I don't know why he's number 3. He's been tackled by Liam Bridcut, and the counter-attack for Nottingham Forest is on, and we're going to go 3-0 down. Sangali doesn't place his pass very well. Clarke gets the ball for us. In the middle to Taylor Richards. He's only got Marvin Sordell in front. Goes alone. Hits it wide of the post. It's taken 74 minutes for us to actually have a highlight-worthy shot. Vokins goes for goal. Forces a save out of O'Malley. We've had 2 shots in the space of 3 minutes. And the goal line technology says it didn't go in. I could have told you that. Maybe playing narrower is the way to go. I know there's not a lot of time left. We're going to go attacking for the final couple of minutes. 2-0 defeat then against former club Nottingham Forest seems fairly standard. Again, we've had more shots than them in the end. McCarthy to Sparrow gets tackled by Bridcut. Bridcut has been not closing down. He's been mopping up all of those defensive tackles and things like that. Brown forward to Karim. Is it going to be 3 before the full-time whistle? Aldred tackles him. Clarke's going to get the ball. We've got 3 seconds left to play. Nothing is going to come from this at all, is it? And we're going to lose 2-0 at the City Ground to Nottingham Forest. Good, he cleared it. It is 2-0. And we are going to be 22nd in the table. And I think we probably deserve that defeat. So we are 20th in the table. I don't know what happened. Sunderland seem to be doing pretty badly, although they did play Crystal Palace. So Sunderland are below us. Barnsley, Blackburn and Huddersfield. Who have we got coming up soon? It's going to be... We've got Blackburn. That is a huge game. We've got Palace, which is going to be tough. Sunderland, Portsmouth. Okay, right. Next episode, I'm not sure where we're going to go. Somewhere in September is my guess. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2019 with Burton Albion. Hopefully we can turn around our poor start to the season soon, because I would like to actually pick up a victory early on. A simple victory in the first 5 games of the season will probably actually mean that we'll propel ourselves to about mid-table early on, which is ideally what we're after. Thank you very much for watching this episode. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you tomorrow for episode 2 of season 4/season 2 with Burton Albion.